Hello and welcome back to another Onkruid video. Welcome back to another unedited Soulstone Survivors video, where our first course of action today is buying the upgrade for the Legionnaire. That's what we're gonna play with, but to get all the achievements, I'm just gonna real quickly make sure that I buy the upgraded weapons for every single character out there. They have been out for a while now, and we have never... Ooh, alright, we're even short some materials apparently. Tin, huh? Probably from one of the new maps, I think, which I might have not played enough to get those materials, I guess. Interesting. We're not short on this though, right? Why can I not buy this? Hello? What? Hello? Select. Purchase. But we have 104. And that's something to worry about later, I guess. For now, the one thing we are worrying about is not having enough tin for 2 of the weapons. Either way, let's go into the Legionnaire, select him, go into runes. Go to our patented build path, of which we know it is effective. Synergetic, please. And then maybe some dash mastery and a weapon expert. Let's go for this. And what we are going for today is the curse level 6 victory on the final map, which gives us tin. Alright, so exactly what we need. 2 birds and 1 stone. Let's get straight into it and try to see if we can do it with this build. If we cannot, we will probably circle back to Arcane, because Arcane has proven to be very potent. What do we start off with? We start off with a trust. We didn't select a new weapon, did we? I don't think we selected the new weapon. All right. Let's try that again. We start off with Jupiter's Spear and Summon Infantry. Holy shit. Those are like a lot of minions. Summon 6 Legionnaires to fight for 20 seconds. Maximum of 6 units can be active. 40-second cooldown. And it dazes enemies. And then Jupiter's Spear. Strike an enemy in front of you. Chaining lightning bolts. And applying dazed as well. Alright, interesting. So, I guess we could kind of go for like a minion build if we wanted to, right? With this Summon Infantry. Vicious Strikes as a starting upgrade. You know it's gonna be good day to day. It's definitely very helpful. Although I don't necessarily like going minion builds with this guy floating around, because in the later stages of the game, when the screen is convoluted so much, Avalanche, our new ability from defeating the snowman, when the screen is convoluted and is really busy, you cannot see what's going on anywhere on screen. You often walk into him and you are always dashing out, so for you it's not a problem, but your minions of course instantly die if they remain too close. So, the Avalanche ability, huh? Seems to do quite some damage. Fires 25 snowballs in an area in front of you, causing damage and applying slow. Sure, I think I will try and go for that for a little second, because it looks to be quite damaging, and also the slow can be helpful to kite enemies away from us. I think we're gonna go with Frailty for now, and let's just go with a little Christmas build, huh? Let's just try and use all the abilities that we got from our little adventure with the boss a while back. Ooh, so this is also a bomb, huh? Avalanche. We can focus on bombs a little bit. No bombs here though. Still no bombs here though. Still no bombs here though. That's a bomb. Should have gone for shrapnel bomb, that's for sure. Let's look at this. This is a little present. So if an enemy then walks into it, if I'm not mistaken, I think they are paralyzed, right? I think they are paralyzed, and they are then also... Well, no, that's it. They are paralyzed and damaged. We're gonna mainly focus on the Christmas abilities in this run. They might be shit and absolutely dog shit at actually getting the job done of achieving victories, but we can still have some fun in the meantime, right? We don't always have to play with the most effective technique possible. And it's also something I'm telling myself while I'm playing some old school RuneScape nowadays, because my membership has run out, so I am just playing free to play old school RuneScape, which is kind of a bit lackluster on some... Ooh, another bomb. On some forms. But I'm still telling myself, you know, just have fun with what you're doing. And that's why even when I'm free to play, I'm still just killing some hill giants all the time if I'm doing other tasks in the meantime. Only if I'm doing like tasks like playing games or watching YouTube videos. So not if I'm watching YouTube videos on self-improvement or reading or doing things about psychology or stuff. Then I don't try to watch, or not watch, then I don't try to kill hill giants in the meantime. but I try to be very much attentive to what I'm doing. I think we can get rid of our Jupiter Spear. Sure. And now all I want to do, I think, is replace my Chaos Bomb with the 3rd Christmas ability as possible. And then go for area upgrade so that our bombs can start covering the entire screen. So I'm just killing hill giants, you know, in my free-to-play outfit. Not making that much money. Oh, the paladin needs to go right now. Not making that much money, not gathering that much experience because, as I said, it's not the most efficient technique available at all. Far from that, actually. But I'm still telling myself, you know, I'm just trying to have some fun. And I don't always have to use the most efficient technique available. And what I'm trying to do really is get giant keys to kill the O-bar boss, something I've never done before. A free-to-play boss, a giant hill giant boss. And I really want to see what he has to offer, because I know that the weapon he drops is also worth like $500,000. Which, if you don't know about RuneScape, if you don't know about free-to-play old-school RuneScape, $500,000 is quite a lot for that part of the game. Stay nice and close so that our avalanche can hit all these bosses. And we have the summon infantry skill, which sometimes I think also distracts the bosses from us, so that allows us to stay nice and close without getting hit too much. And I'm just having a blast playing old school RuneScape again, you know? Also doing all the beginner, all the beginner clue scrolls that get dropped for me, which is kind of like a little treasure hunt in the game, and it can get you some items. Some random items, it's kind of like a loot box. But it also has some very, very lucrative rewards in there, if you get insanely lucky, of course. And it's just fun. I don't feel like I'm doing the most efficient thing on the game, but I still feel like I'm doing something and like I'm having fun. Because in a game like old school RuneScape, the main appeal for most people is like the grind, and therefore doing things efficiently is what makes people have fun in that game. So I guess multicast on surprise gift and poison bomb. Yeah, sure. So I guess people will probably struggle with not doing the most effective thing, the most efficient thing. I think a lot of people that have played member accounts in the past, even just once, I don't think they can ever go back to free-to-play RuneScape, but for me, it's no problem at all. I still enjoy the game in every shape or way possible, to be honest. But it's definitely a game you have to be into to actually enjoy, and a lot of people in my friend group are not into it at all, and therefore they don't enjoy it at all, which is quite sad, because I think we could have quite some fun together on it, really. Getting some bosses together, I think that would be fun. Then again, in the free-to-play world, in the free-to-play side of things, the amount of bosses you can kill together is very limited. I'm thinking about whether there are even any. I guess King Black Dragon, but killing that boss is not a joke when you're free-to-play. It's funny that a game like old school RuneScape looks quite bad. It seems quite rudimental in its mechanics, but actually it's like one of the most in-depth games out there. If you really look underneath the surface and you look at all the things that game has to offer, it's actually a really, really in-depth game, and it's absolutely crazy the possibilities you have in that game. Almost had my first revive pop there because I'm not playing careful enough, but also because I don't have enough damage. It's definitely a less damaging build than when we were playing with the Arcane Weaver last time around, but maybe it still has to pop off. And also we haven't gotten the 3rd Christmas skill yet. Maybe that is very strong indeed. We have a Dead Knight on our hands. Do we have a poison upgrade already? I don't think so right now, so that's also gonna help us out. Apply some more of those negative effects. Come on, get in there. Have our bombs really in there. Alright, one boss down, and my screen has been frozen for 5 minutes while the next round of bosses get spawned in. Here they are already. We can't get hit by anything right now because then we will get our revive popped, so that's why I'm circling around. Trying to get enough experience to level up to at least have a bit of a margin on my health. 6 health. That's not great. But at least we won't get one-shot by small monsters now, or at least that's what I hope. Circle around this tower a little bit. Try and get rid of it before the circles that it produces get rid of me. And there we go, another level up. I guess some block power is welcome. A little bit of a defensive upgrade there. Of course, this character doesn't have any arcane affinity, so it's not possible for us to go back into the arcane shield side of things. Area of effect, please. Area of effect, please. Multicast. Spontaneous combustion. Powerful strikes on everything. Give me some relentless, and I think that's it for now. No crazy upgrades there, but a lot of health regained, of course, because we leveled quite a lot. We still don't do quite that much damage though. I think I overestimated the damage of this avalanche skill. But let's see if we still have the potential to kill some bosses. Let's try and move a little close for a second. Stay out of all their hitboxes though, of their abilities. Which is not working out so well for us right now. It's difficult. We did get rid of one more boss though. I think Relentless is definitely what we're looking for. Poisonous Blood is absolutely what we're looking for as well. I think, even though I don't know if you can even apply blood yet or apply bleed yet. So that's an upgrade we are still looking out for. Let's get in there. How did you spend your day today? For me, I just got off a webinar focused on becoming an independent clinical psychologist, which is what I already am, but I still wanted to listen to what she had to say. It was interesting, but in the end it evolved more into a sales pitch than an actual information webinar, and she kind of lost me and my respect there. I guess I appreciate that she is really trying to hustle, because she also talked about like, hey, if you have financial worries, don't go over your boundaries and see more clients than you would actually want to, but try to get income from different sources, like for example for her those online courses she gives. So I appreciate her practicing what she preaches, but still that kind of loses your standings with me. You lose face, in my opinion, if you resort to sales pitches when it comes to clinical psychology, which should be focused on helping clients, in my opinion. But maybe that's just a naive worldview that I hold on to. In general though, I didn't feel like I wasted my time. It lasted 2 hours. I didn't feel like I got so much new information that I was like, oh yeah, this was life-changing for me. But yeah, it was all in all just, it was okay, you know? It was okay. What is not okay is the build we have here. We really are struggling to deal enough damage to get rid of these lords. But I will keep on trying. I think here the larger chance to apply poison is going to be really helpful, because our build always relies on applying a whole bunch of negative effects. And I think because the avalanche has so many separate hits that it should be a nice addition to our types of build. But for now, I can't help but notice that our second revive has been popped already, and we haven't made that much progress, really. We don't want to be in his spin attack, we know that. How are we doing if we pick this up? Do we get an extra level? Yes, we do. Area of effect? Sure, sign me up. Get rid of this tower. This episode is going to be episode 47, which is quite crazy. The previous episode I recorded earlier today was supposed to be episode 47, but then I actually got a victory in terms of the Christmas event. And I wanted to upload that as a separate video as soon as possible to still try and get some benefits out of that, because it was still kind of a little bit of a new event. So that's why I still wanted to make the most out of it, to get the most views out of it by making kind of it into this guide deal how to beat the Christmas event. And I guess I should look for a guide on how to beat a regular old Soulstone Survivors run, because this definitely ain't it, chief. I'm struggling. My notes is also blocked for some reason. Everything is going wrong. Nothing is coming up Millhouse this run. But yeah, it feels weird to upload that part 47 video as like a separate standalone video, because of course the chronological order of my videos has been all messed up right now. Ooh, multicast on the physical skills, that might help us out a little bit. Who knows, maybe there is still some potential in here somewhere. Keep on being nice and close to the lords, while still remaining out of sight, out of their abilities. Throw some bombs on their face if at all possible. We almost get rid of the internal guardian, but I think a new boss is just gonna spawn right in if I'm not mistaken. Area upgrade, very nice, exactly what we have been looking for. So I guess the use do song doesn't apply to us anymore because I now have found what I was looking for. Haha, funny little joke in there. Including more humor in my videos again is definitely something I want to focus on. I think that's gonna be the main focus of the next part of my videos. And on that subject, I can hear you thinking, more humor? Where is the humor now then? Haha, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. But I love that when I watch Northernlion videos, sometimes I am just snickering in bed. I'm really just smiling from ear to ear just because of the things he is saying. I'm not even watching his videos, so the content itself is not even funny, but just his commentary is so funny. That's definitely a point I want to achieve. So I should try to make more jokes, I guess. Be a little bit of a funny guy, be a little bit of a Chandler from Friends. Including more references to pop culture and just things in general is also a way of becoming more and more funny, I think. But just references in and of its own is of course not the main solution to become a funny guy. The references need to be on point, they need to be applicable as well. Area effect to my bombs, that's something I really like. That's something Al-Qaeda also likes. You see things like that? Just really quick quips right over the top of the dome. Even though that joke was probably very insensitive and might have offended a lot of people. Deal with it. Increased quantity? Sure. We still have that summon infantry skill for some reason, so why shouldn't I upgrade it a bit more? I think if we really want to make a chance still, we definitely should replace it with another bomb ability really. So when I get the next opportunity to do that, I definitely will. All in all though, however, this run turns out, still it's nice to achieve some prestige points on the Legionnaire, because it's a character we have kind of disregarded. We haven't put him in the limelight in a while. We just threw him in the trash after we had one unpleasant experience with him, really. Reroll? Oh yeah, alright. There's something in there, that's for sure. Because applying bleed allows us to apply a whole bunch of other negative effects, so the train can leave the station, the cycle can start. We have some damage, I think. Bomb barrage. I'm sorry, summon infantry, but you got to go. I have to play it safe and I have to play it smart. We need to deal as much damage as possible. And having bombs in our arsenal is definitely helpful for that. Although now we also don't have anything distracting the bosses from us anymore, so we will need to do a lot more dodging. I hope that this bomb barrage can help us deal a bit more damage if possible. I see that there is a fucking paladin here. We don't want that. We don't like that. He is not welcome here. I would really enjoy it if he could just quickly take his last breath and die. And get floated away into the sea. Get floated like in The 100, or get floated into the sea like Simon in Lord of the Flies. Fear can drive people crazy. I think that's one of the main messages that book actually tries to convey. The children are so afraid of a beast inhabiting the island that they kill their friend Simon because they think he is the beast when he comes to their campfire in the middle of the night and they can't really see what's happening. Such a traumatic experience. I'm almost at the end of the book because I don't remember how it really ends. I have read the book once before. I've seen the movie definitely at least once, but it's been so long that it's a surprise for me again, which is of course very fun. I think I am not into rereading books that I know every single detail of, but I am into rereading books for fun if I don't know everything that happens in the book anymore, which is why I also enjoyed rereading some of my course material over the summer, because I forgot a large part of it already. I was gonna say, are these like the last lords already that we have to face, but they are not. I see in the top right that we still have a quest of spawning new lords, but in actuality this build is faring a lot better than I first thought it would. I think once our bombs really get in there and we are close enough to land all our abilities, I think we actually deal quite some damage. Evidence provided by that boss disappearing right now. Here are the last bosses we need to clear to actually achieve the victory. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it because we have no revives left, so we're gonna have to play almost perfectly and get rid of these towers quickly before they make our life a living hell. But we have more of a chance than I first thought we would, and that's already something, I think. Is there another tower on the map? I'm not sure. Let's get a level up here. Maybe 2 if life is laughing at us. Damage increase or relentless. I think the basic relentless upgrade is still better in my opinion. And then some maximum health. Let's be sensible about it. Because we just need to survive. That's all we need to do. If we survive long enough, we will deal enough damage to kill them as well. So all we need to have is some survivability. Make sure that we reach the end. And even if we don't reach the end, I definitely can't be mad at the attempt we had here. Our first attempt at this map in this curse difficulty, with a character we don't normally play with a bomb build, which is not the strongest build out there at all, I think. So we really shouldn't be complaining about this little snippet of how it possibly could go in the future if we use an actual build that has some damage potential and some better synergies. Let's get nice and close, get some damage. Thermal shock is gonna be helpful. How are the health bars looking up there? Still a bit vital, a bit healthy for my liking. And we have a lot of bosses that have large area attacks, so we are dodging in and out, weaving and bobbing. We're doing amazing though, we're doing great. I hope you guys are all doing great as well. And you had a blast in the holidays, because by the time this video is uploaded, 2023 will have already started. Ain't that something crazy? 2022 really went by quite quickly, even though it was still this year that I was in the middle of my internship. It feels like it has been so long already since I actually finished my education, but in reality it hasn't been that long at all. It also feels like I have been working already for like a year, but in reality it has been like 3 months. It's so crazy. Time, it really is a crazy concept, isn't it? Yet it determines so much of our life. Although I try to keep control of time sometimes when I snooze my alarm clock for the 15th time and I am in denial that the morning is actually cometh. Not true, in fact. Something I said for comedic effect, but it's not true. If I put an alarm clock and I have to wake up for something, I definitely can wake up. If I don't have to wake up for anything, I can linger in the bed. Yeah, I can definitely sleep in and just chill for a whole while. That's also the other side of the medallion. But if I have to get out of bed and I have to wake up, don't mind me. I will be there on time. Alright, come on. How are you guys on that front? Are you guys morning people? Evening people? Not people at all. Maybe you're crab people walking me. Increase the multicast chance of ice. That's 2 abilities, and this is all 6 of my abilities, so the choice is made quite quickly, I think. Alright, but we are struggling though. A movement speed or an extra dash upgrade would be very much welcome to make sure that we are still efficient enough to dodge all the incoming attacks. Get some bombs thrown in there on the incarnation of ice. Make sure that we are still dodging here. Try and get rid of this red pillar because we really have too much to dodge at the moment. So getting rid of just one of these pillars will already prove to be a large help, I think. Later this week I'm going bowling again with my nephew. It's been way too long, but I've had just a busy life lately. In terms of YouTube, sure, I've spent a lot of time recording and editing and stuff, but also in terms of just finding the balance in balancing 2 jobs with a personal life as well, and also of course the holidays, but it's been going on for way longer, definitely. I've kind of been disregarding him and disregarding our hobby, and if he watches this someday, I'm very sorry, but he should know that I am really looking forward to our little bowling date again, also with a nice beer. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be amazing. I wonder if I am still gonna be like somewhat good at it, or if the muscle memory will have left my fingertips and I will not have the Fingerspitzengefühle anymore at all. It's gonna be fun to see whether the strikes can be thrown still or whether we will have to both get into it a little bit again. But I think he has done some of it behind my back, the filthy little bugger. No, it wasn't behind my back. He always asked me like every week to go, and I always denied or always declined because I had so much things to do on my own. Feeling quite guilty, as you might guess, but yeah, I mean, sometimes adult life just gets in the way of your other hobbies, sadly enough. Alright, the Incarnation of Ice is down. Now, can we also get rid of these other bosses without getting hit by everything that is being thrown at us over here? An area upgrade is definitely going to help us out because our bombs need to cover the entire screen and hopefully hit multiple bosses at once. The bowling date is planned on Thursday, which is also the only day this week I'm going to have to head into work. I'm going to contribute to an ADHD diagnostical research. I am going to administer the DKEF's or DKEF's tower test, which is a test that tests executive function, planning, and attention span. So all stuff like that. I think I'm gonna use my rerolls because this is definitely gonna be one of the last upgrades we see. So farming for something really beneficial is gonna be worth it. And then again, I picked a critical damage upgrade and we are not relying on critical hits at all for our main damage source. So maybe I disregarded my statement immediately and actually didn't pick an upgrade that benefited us so profoundly. But still, I feel like, you know, we have a solid chance here. If I just keep my head out of my ass, out of my arse, and keep playing like a wee old lad that knows what he's doing, yeah? I think we can reap the benefits from the seeds we have been sowing this run. And I definitely think that replacing my army of Praetorians with the extra bomb ability was a sensible decision. Alright, one boss down, another one almost. I think that's really gonna help me out. Clear up the screen a little bit. And now remember, all we need to do is get rid of these final bosses. We don't need to worry about the towers necessarily. We don't need to worry about the ads, because once these two bosses are down, we will have actually cleared out the stage and everything else will just disappear. One boss to go. Come on then. Don't get stupid now, but stay close enough to deal damage. Because we have quite a lot of towers surrounding us, so we definitely shouldn't take too long. Yes! Alright, look at the progress in these episodes lately. If this would have actually been... Oops. The portal spawned on top of me. Shield Wall unlocked, Skill Affinity Trust, and Storm of Spears also unlocked. Oh, really? You're not giving me level 60? Damn. I'm gonna quickly get that off camera. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you in episode 48. And if you're jealous of my robe, I understand because it's very nice and comfy. Bye-bye.